What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hyrule Definitive Edition game review. There are 29 characters total, but I only got to play 9 after playing for a little over 15 hours. Jumping right into the gameplay, I have to mention that the game is so smooth. The characters are very responsive, and it's easy to pick right up. So each character has their own unique fighting combo, which can be executed by pressing different combinations of X and Y button. Like if I just press just the X button, this happens. If I press just the Y button, this happens. Now if I press a combination of X and Y, this will happen. So every character has a special attack, and the way they're able to use the special attack is they push the A button when the special attack gauge is filled, and that gauge fills up when they defeat enemies. So if you push A, this is her special attack. Then lastly, each character uses an ability known as Focus Spirit. You use this ability by pressing R. All the characters' base stats increase, and then they're able to use their special attack, but it's a beefed up, different animation, special attack, and it's like their ultimate move. Check this out. So the objective of the game is to move forward with the story, and to do so, you need to accomplish a variety of missions on the map. Whatever map that you're in, there's going to be plenty of things for you to do. But there's always like main quests that you need to finish in order to clear that map, to finish that level. And to do that, some missions require you to clear the areas, defeat the specific enemies on the map, defeat the boss, of course, escorting targets to specific areas, and sometimes you need to change characters while you're in the map. While other times missions are time sensitive, you have to do them quickly. So there's a lot of losing conditions that the game calls it, and the game can be very challenging. I felt that some bosses needed a little extra, deeper explanation, like you would hit them, and nothing happens, like their health bar is not moving. It can get kind of frustrating, but other bosses were extremely easy, and that kind of frustrates me a little bit too. There were a couple bosses that were in the middle that didn't need too much explaining, that weren't too easy, and I felt satisfied, but some of the bosses were just a little too much or a little too little. So I wanted to share with you guys some gameplay of a boss battle that I fought. I fought this dragon here. I forget the name of the dragon, but this dragon was ridiculous. I had a hard time, and I must have died like 10 times, and I got very frustrated, but when I finally beat him, I was super excited, and I loved it. Also, I had to share my favorite cutscene so far. Check it out. I thought this was super intense, and I also loved it. Like I said, this game's cutscenes are amazing, the story's fantastic, and it's everything that you would want from a Zelda game. Alright guys, so now that we got the gameplay out of the way, let's jump right into the review. The first category is the fun category, and Hyrule Warriors scored a 31 out of 40. The game was fun, I had a really good time playing it, but I think I enjoyed it mostly because I am a Zelda fan. I loved all the nostalgic sounds, characters, I loved the locations. I got to play a lot of my favorite characters, and that was something that I really enjoyed. The game was hard to get used to at first. The missions sometimes can be a little confusing, but if you make it past that and you're a Zelda fan, you're going to enjoy this game. The game was fun. So for our second category, the graphics. The graphics got a 8 out of 10 in my opinion. The graphics were better than the 3DS version, better than the Wii U version. The game is extremely detailed. The characters are very bright, they're very colorful. The world around you that you play in, it's full of detail. They did a really good job. So for the next category, the storyline. It got a 10 out of 10. The storyline is amazing. You're going to want to keep playing this game because of the storyline. when I was reviewing it, I was like, I can't wait to get back to the review because I want to know what happens next in the storyline. Now, if the gameplay doesn't look like it's your cup of tea, but you are a Zelda fan, I suggest going over to YouTube and checking out just the cutscenes, animations. You'll enjoy the story and save you a little bit of time and save you a little bit of money. Alright, so for our fourth category, the functionality, the gameplay, it scored an 8 out of 10. The game was very, very fluid. It felt very natural. As you're controlling the characters, it did everything that you wanted him to do, and the combos were awesomely executed, and it was very responsive. The only thing that I had a problem with was the camera angles at some times, but that was a small, minor detail compared to everything else that the game put in. You can't overlook the gameplay and the functionality of the characters of the game. It was just good. It was good. It's good. Alright, so for the fifth category, creativity, the game tried to do a really good job of keeping it different. However, it was different characters and the missions were sometimes the same in different locations. They overlapped a lot of times and you kind of felt the missions coming, like you knew what you were going to have to do. So for that reason, the game scored a 7 out of 10 in the creativity category. For the sixth category, the music, it had all your favorite Zelda sounds, music. The game did an amazing job, a perfect job. 10 out of 10 when it comes to music. Good job, Nintendo. So for the final seventh category, replay value, the game scored a 5 out of 10, and the only reason it scored that is because the game got repetitive really quickly. And I can't see myself picking this game up 3 years from now saying, I gotta go play this level, or I have to go play Hyrule Warriors. You know, it's not that kind of game. And I think as you're checking out the review and the gameplay, you'll see that it gets repetitive really quickly. So in the end, tallying all the scores together, the game gets an 80 out of 100, a B- in Josh's Game World. I definitely suggest picking this game up, but if you could wait a little while, if you could maybe get it used or find it or buy it off a friend, I would not necessarily pay $60 for this game. It's like a $40 game. If you've never played the Hyrule Warriors for the 3DS or the Wii U, or you're a Zelda fan, then I definitely say pick this game up. But if you're a casual player who are looking for a game to fill some time, $60 is a bit steep for this game, but there is a lot of content, a lot of modes, and you can probably spend a lot of time trying to 100% this game. So the last thing that I wanted to mention is the game is actually more difficult than you would imagine that it is, and it can be very confusing, and therefore I don't suggest buying this game for your children under the age of 13. The game is overwhelming at times and it's easy to get stuck. My son got stuck on the second level and he lost interest in the game, and he told me, you know, I just didn't know what I had to do. And the game is not very good at letting you know which mission is a priority or which one is time sensitive, and you kind of have to figure that out through trial and error. Alright everybody, so I want to say thank you so much for checking out this video. I definitely appreciate it. If you've subscribed to me already, thank you so much. I definitely could use every subscription that I can get. If you have not subscribed to me and you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button too so you get notifications. Thank you guys so much. Now this is Josh over at Josh's Game World, and I'll catch you guys next time.